Hey everybody, it's Friday, so it's time for another Agape Campfire. Please sing along. Kyle's going to finish the Lorax, and let's go.
Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. Till the next week, he knocked at my new office door, and he said, "I'm the Lorax, who speaks for the trees which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please, but I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots, who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived, eating truffula fruits. Now, thanks to your chopping their trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go round, and my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. They have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys," he cried, and he sent them away. I, the Onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm. I most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factories, I biggered my roads, I biggered my wagons, I biggered the loads of the thneeds I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more thneeds, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. "Onceler," he cried, he coughed, and he whiffed, he sneezed, and he sputtered, he snargled, he sniffed. "Onceler," he cried with a cruffulous croak, "Onceler, you're making such smogulous smoke. My poor swami swans, why, they can't sing a note. No one can sing with smog in his throat, and so," said the Lorax, "please pardon my cough, but they cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They might have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smogged up around here. And what's more," snapped the Lorax, his dander was up, "let me say a few words about gluppity-glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making gluppity-glup, also schloppity-schlop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old Onceler man, you. You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed, so I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary." And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax, "Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap, yap, and say bad, 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 but I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you I intend to go on doing just what I do, and for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering, and biggering, and biggering, and biggering, turning more truffula trees into thneeds, which everyone needs." And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From out in the fields came the sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffula tree of them all. No more trees, no more thneeds, no more work to be done, so in no time my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They packed in my cars, and they drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Soon all that was left, neath the bad-smelling sky, was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad, backward glance as he hoisted himself by the seat of his pants. And I'll never forget the grim look on his face as he hoisted himself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And the one thing he left in this big, empty mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day I've sat here and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the words of the Lorax seem perfectly clear, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot. Nothing is going to get better. It's not. So, catch, calls the Onceler. He lets something fall. It's a truffula seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. Grow a new truffula. Treat it with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest. Protect it from axes that hack. Then, the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. I want to pray. grace. I want to praise you. I want to praise you, Lord, much more than I do. I want to praise you, Lord, much more than I do. Learn to seek your face and the knowledge of your grace. I want to praise you. Birds in the trees sing their songs to you. Trees in the fields raise their arms to you. I want to live. I want to give my life to you. I want to praise you, Lord.
And if you would, please join us in praying the Agape Campfire Prayer.
Lord, as our fire dies to glowing embers, may your agape love continue to burn in our hearts.
Amen. Thank you for joining us for another week of Campfire. We hope to see you next Friday. Thanks for singing along.